Riah Phiyega back in the spotlight, a day she would rather forget. It began like this.
In Gauteng, we shall be appointing Major General Bethwel Mondli Zuma.
It was probably the shortest police tenure in its annals. Bethwel Zuma is a man who allegedly failed to stop at a roadblock. He later allegedly tried to escape from custody and apparently refused a blood alcohol test. Phiyega was unaware of this.
To the National Commissioner, this is also the time for her to step down.
National Police Commissioner Riah Phiyega will appear before Parliament's Portfolio Committee on Police, where it's expected she'll be grilled on the controversial appointment of Bethwel Zuma. She's also expected to explain changes to the top brass of the South African Police Service.
I will be calling the Commissioner with the new people that she has appointed to come to Parliament to explain to us the effect of these changes.
Critics say Phiyega is ill-suited to the job, having never served a day in the service. She's limped from crisis to catastrophe. Chriselda Lewis, SABC News, Johannesburg.
Well, let's dig a little deeper now. Leanne is standing by with Chriselda for more on the story.
Indeed, I am. Thank you very much, Ayanda. So, Chriselda, you worked on this story. I mean, it took a simple Google search from journalists to find out. What does this tell us about the police and basically their investigation and appointments that happen there?
What this does expose, Leanne, is a flawed police vetting system in that the South African Police Service did not know that a Major General Zuma was facing these charges. I mean, a simple announcement on Saturday, what was supposed to be an announcement by Riah Phiyega into some significant changes she was making into the South African Police Service, all turned very bad when it emerged that Bethwel Zuma is facing criminal charges relating to an incident in Pietermaritzburg in 2008.
Yeah. I mean, if you look back to something like this, it's something so easy to uncover. Why was Riah Phiyega not aware of this? I mean, let's start there. It's the simple thing. If you are going to appoint it, you're going to make an announcement. Surely it is your duty to do a background check.
Well, that's what makes this story quite shocking, Leanne, is that I would expect, or anybody would expect, that before you're about to appoint someone to such an important position, which you head the police in Gauteng, you would do the necessary checks to ensure that they don't have skeletons in their closet, if I may. But clearly this was not done. After the announcement, we conducted an interview with Riah Phiyega where literally she said to me, "I'm hearing from you at the moment that these charges, that Bethwel Zuma is facing these charges." And just a couple of hours later, 5 hours to be precise, Bethwel Zuma's appointment was withdrawn, and now Mr. Lesetja, the Lieutenant General Lesetja Mothiba, is the acting Gauteng Police Commissioner.
What action can Parliament take?
Well, Parliament is saying at the moment they're going to write a letter, as you heard in the intro, to Riah Phiyega, calling her to explain how this happened. But not only that, to try and establish the changes that she's made to the top brass of the South African Police Service, how that is actually going to benefit the South African Police Service, because you'd know the announcement that she made was changes to the Deputy National Police Commissioners. Instead of 6, there's now 3. And there's also changes that have been made to the provincial commissioners in Limpopo, the Free State, and of course here in Gauteng now. So a lot of answers will actually come from when Riah Phiyega actually appears before Parliament's Portfolio Committee and Police to explain how all of this happened.
Yeah, I mean, we saw in your insert that so many people calling for her resignation, from different opposition parties to other parties, saying enough. It's just gone from one dilemma to the next dilemma. You know, what is your sense? What do you think is the future of Riah Phiyega in this position?
Well, Riah Phiyega has been criticized from the very beginning, the fact that she's not a career policeman. She's worked in the corporate world, many saying that she's not suited for the job, and that somebody who's actually been in the trenches is the one who is supposed to take up this all-important position. But Riah Phiyega has maintained from day one that she'll do her best. We must commend her, yes, for taking such swift action to deal with this particular issue, but you must recall, hanging over the head of the police at the moment is still the issue relating to Marikana. There's still the police brutality case that made local and international headlines relating to Mido Marcia, the Mozambican who was dragged behind a police van. So all of that's still very fresh in the minds of South Africans and all these bodies that feel that Riah Phiyega is not suited for the job. And basically they're saying now enough is enough. And I don't think the police at this stage can actually afford another embarrassment such as this.
No, certainly not. So appearing before Parliament, this is now what we're watching closely.
Yeah, absolutely watching that closely. And of course now the disciplinary hearing that Major General Zuma will face after he was withdrawn. The National Police Commissioner said he'll face a disciplinary hearing for failing to inform her that this is a case that is pending in Pietermaritzburg, and basically she'll also investigate why he did not face disciplinary charges when this story had actually emerged in 2008 when the court process started into the charges that that Major General Bethwel Zuma is facing.
All right, Chriselda Lewis, our SABC reporter and journalist who's working on this story, thank you very much for talking to us. I know that we'll be hearing from you throughout news bulletins in the day.